right. So now we're switching from NFL. We're going to NBA news. So the Boston Celtics, there was a leak that came out that they offered Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and some draft picks for Kevin Durant. After this leak, Jaylen Brown tweeted SMH. So what are our thoughts on the Celtics doing that? Was that a bad move for them? Or is it the right thing to do because it's Kevin Durant?
Dio, is the Celtics your team, or is you just like Jason Tatum?
So here's my thing. I'm not a bandwagon person, and I'm not just gonna jump on a bandwagon of the Celtics. But I will say I am a Jason Tatum fan, and I am becoming very fond of the Celtics because I just like their style of playing basketball. Like they just a very, very competitive team. With that being said, Brad Stevens is stupid for this one. He's crazy. And it's not because you can get KD out of the deal. It's because you allowed this to, come out before it was actually a thing that was going to happen. Like if it was going to happen, it should have happened. And that would have been the end of it.
But that's going to happen. Like, regardless, you can't stop that.
You can have talks. Like, you can have talks within management, within, the front office or whatever. But that's where it should stay when it's concerned to someone like Jaylen Brown, KD, Derek White, Marcus Smart. Like, people like
they
that.
They wanted Marcus Smart and somebody else.
What they want for KD is no. You don't do that. You don't do that if you're Brad Stevens.
It's because of Rudy Gobert, man. Rudy Gobert ruined everything.
Yeah. He's like the Christian Kirk of basketball.
Yeah, he would literally everything.
And my thing is, if they were to trade, I think they were asking for Marcus Smart, Derek White, a couple more role players, maybe a first round pick or whatnot. Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, they're asking for Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, another pick, another rotational player, and a pick.
But what did the Nets ask?
That's what the Nets asked. Counter
what did
offer.
That's what the counter offer. But the original offer was Jaylen Brown. Okay.
And three picks.
Three picks. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if they were to make that counter offer that they offered, if they did that, I said it to Wayne, like they would literally be the Nets would literally be the Celtics.
Yeah.
From last year. Competing for the same, and they would probably have a better chance of winning the Eastern Conference than the Celtics would.
Yeah, that team.
Because you don't trade you don't trade KD for all of that just to have him play alongside of Tatum. Like what made the Celtics were there. I mean, I'm not gonna say what made them, but a big part of the Celtics team was the fact that their role players were the role players. Marcus Smart was able to play well. Derek White was able to play well. Their rotational players were able to play well, and then they just brought in Malcolm Brogdon, to be a part of that lineup. So Jason Tatum and KD is just two stars trying to will their way past everybody, and I don't think that's going to be good for the Celtics. So I think the fact that they offer, they let that get out and it kind of angered Jaylen Brown. I don't know if he's probably going to want to be out after this. Like I don't know how it's going to affect his longevity in Boston. Because if they're like, oh, you're willing to use me as a trading asset, and y'all really don't see my value. You know what I'm saying? I can go somewhere and be a star.
He's expendable.
Really go somewhere and be So I don't think that was good for them, the Celtics, and I think eventually that's going to come back and bite them if they don't give him more money in return or treat him for what he's worth.
So I feel upset. I'm upset. Reason why is because Celtics has been one of those teams that built their teams organically. And that's what I'm upset that they did that, because I was like, that's not really Celtic-like. Celtics don't really do things like that. Well, when they did go out and get Kyrie, but Kyrie was leaving. Kyrie wanted to get out, but that was a different situation. But I would take that trade. If I'm the Celtics and I'm the Nets. First of all, if I'm the Nets and they offered me that trade, I'm taking it. If I'm the
Celtics,
first
one or the counter?
The first one. But the only reason they didn't take it is because they would have felt like, oh, they're being disrespected because of Rudy Gobert trade. And I think if the Rudy Gobert trade didn't happen, they're taking that trade. But
I still think they asked for Marcus Smart instead of Derek White.
They would probably take out Derek White and put Marcus Smart in. And you know what? Yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm still okay with that. I can get rid of Marcus Smart. I get rid of Jaylen Brown. As long as I'm going to get rid of Tatum. And if I get KD with Tatum and I still have the rest of those pieces that I have with Malcolm Brogdon that I just picked up, that team is a championship team.
I'm going to counter that and say that's not the same team. Taking Marcus Smart out of Boston is like taking Draymond out of Golden State.
And
I agree.
I really think that before you say that, I really think Marcus Smart, he is a defensive leader.
He's the leader of the team. You could say leader, right? But in my eyes, he is that type of player. But in my eyes, I feel like there is no. Damn, it's gonna sound like I'm really hating. I don't think there's no upside in keeping Marcus Smart play-wise, like a person on the court that I know that I need them to get these buckets. I don't think there's an upside of keeping him for further years. So that's not his.
But I know that's not his role. But in the NBA, when you're in the finals, because the Celtics is a contending team. When you're in the finals, you need everyone to play not just their role, but sometimes they have to play better than their role to win that championship. And we've seen that with Golden State. We've seen that with Cavaliers. We've seen that with the Heat. We've seen that with all championship teams, that players that don't normally do what they do in a regular season or in the playoffs, they do it in the finals. And I don't think Marcus Smart will be able to do that. But I think with KD being on that team, they don't need that as much. And I can give that up. And also, it's not like they're stuck with cap space and they don't have enough. They still can pick up some good guys in the free agency.
Free agency is really replenished right now.
Yeah, but they're not bad. There's not bad people. There's like not everybody's bad, but like you can pick up people. And I'm not saying they're going to be as good as Marcus Smart. Yeah, but
you're not going to replace. You're not going to replace the defensive player of the year.
That's what I'm saying. Like Marcus.
DL. So you're not going to replace the defensive player of the year. If they would have done that trade, the Nets win that trade, and it's not that hard.
100%.
They would be the better team too. You say you think the Celtics could that'll take them to a championship.
I don't think the Nets would be a better team.
I think the Nets would be a better team because Kyrie Irvin has already said that he's going to play the rest of this year with the Nets no matter what. You have Jaylen Brown, Joe Harris, Seth Curry, and Ben Simmons.
And then you have role players.
Then you have role players with T.J. Warren, who they just signed. You got Royce O'Neal, a great defender.
Nick Claxton. This is good. I mean, not just his, but he's like he's a body. You know what I'm saying? He's a hustler.
And who is the?
And then you add.
They're losing Mark.
And then you add Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year, on that team.
And a Derek.
That is a pesky team. So now your point guard is Kyrie. Your shooting guard is Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown at the 3, Ben Simmons at the 4.
And Andre Drummond, right?
And you can even put Ben at the 5 and put Joe Harrison.
And I feel that. I see what y'all saying. But again, at the same time, I think Marcus Smart only got defensive player of the year for certain reasons. Second, I don't think Marcus Smart, the defensive player of the year, yeah, he was guarding the best players and on things like that in the playoffs, but he was still getting cooked. So for me, I don't see.
But then
Marcus
you have
Smart,
somebody else that's capable of being defensive player of the year on that team.
Take away.
But they still have players that can play.
If you match those team up in the playoff series,
who's stopping KD?
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons is guarding. Ben Simmons stopping KD. Who's stopping KD? Who's stopping KD?
They're gonna throw Jaylen Brown and Marcus Smart at him.
If you're saying, but
then you act like the rest of the group is bad.
I'm not worried about Malcolm Brogdon and Peyton Pritchard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not.
But really what I'm saying, that's what I said. Who did the Celtics lose other than Marcus Smart and Jaylen Brown?
Think about it. Based off of what you said, what y'all gave me what y'all gave me so much backlash for was what Jason Tatum's performance when it matters, right? So imagine Jason Tatum's not performing. He's now putting all that pressure on Kevin Durant,
And we saw
just to be that guy every single game, and he doesn't have.
Hold on. We're not gonna sit here and act like Tatum is gonna be bad every.
But all right, so this is my thing.
Well,
I get the trade because it's Kevin Durant, but also you picked up what everybody's at the cost. Now this is gonna mess up your chemistry. Jaylen Brown has 2 years on his deal. I can easily see Jaylen Brown saying, "Oh, y'all didn't want me. I'm not coming back for 2 years. I'm 100%. Out of here." But you got what everybody said you needed this offseason. What's a point guard? Someone to slow the game down and run the offense. And now you guys have championship experience, which is something you also need. There's not many teams without Kevin Durant better than this Boston Celtics team on paper. And then you add the experience component.
But I agree with that. But when you do, they have the good pieces. But what was the biggest thing that we argued in the NBA Finals, in the NBA playoffs? Where's Jaylen Brown when Tatum needs him?
Right. You can argue that Jaylen Brown, and I think it's not really an argument. I think it's fact that Jaylen Brown was the better player in the finals.
More efficient.
Jaylen Brown was more efficient, but
a better player.
But Jaylen Brown Jaylen Brown wasn't that guy when I need you to drop 30 and 50 or 40 because I'm getting double team and triple team. You're not doing that.
He wasn't getting triple team.
He wasn't getting double team. He was getting double team. I'm saying
they both were getting double team.
No, they weren't. No, they were not. They were not. Bro, we clearly see Tatum was getting double team twice as much as Jaylen Brown.
All right, they both still were getting.
We can clearly see that. So
I don't agree with him being double teamed at all.
Yeah, I know there were some double teams there. We see some, but we can see it was a vast difference. But
yeah,
if Tatum is not balling and we have KD, which is arguably the best scorer in the NBA, he is the best scorer in the NBA. Who stopped? Like, I don't really see anybody stopping them, bro.
Who are they stopping though?
They don't have to.
We said the same thing when they were on the Nets, and they clearly
you got to think about it, Joey. Like put it in this perspective.
I don't see the Nets having a great scoring power like that without.
Put it in this perspective. Do you see KD and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as a better duo than Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? Who's the better duo?
Wait, hold on.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, who's the better duo between them and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown?
I'm gonna say KD and Kyrie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that Boston Celtics team swept KD. So what makes you think that they need
just
to add KD at all of those? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I agree.
What would be the difference? Like,
I agree.
That's what would be the difference?
I felt like for them to offer the trade was stupid. But since the trade was offered, I don't think it was a bad trade because at the end of the day, KD is also another generational player. Yeah. I feel like we can find another Jaylen Brown in the future.
I get that. I just think like the difference is the fact that what makes the Boston Celtics is their role, like their ability to have those role players. It's
the depth, it's the ability for people to switch.
But they would have lost Jaylen,
Derek White, Marcus Smart,
and Marcus Smart.
And they wanted a couple more. They wanted a couple more rotation players as well. Like probably like a Grant Williams.
My biggest question was I didn't know what the entire counter offer was. That's why I was asking.
They probably wanted like
the
Grant
Celtics
Williams.
Losing?
Yeah, people who play in their rotation, which would be like Grant Williams. They couldn't give up Robert Williams.
He's literally untradeable. Yeah, like so the Nets wanted him, but they were like, no.
Other than that, bro, like there's nobody else like you can give up.
And again, obviously the Nets asking price was too high, but I didn't know Grant Williams was also a part of that trade. My thing was I thought it was just Marcus Smart, Derek White, and Jaylen Brown and some picks. I can get rid of those three guys for Kevin Durant, easy. Especially with the team that I have with Boston, easily giving that up. I'm picking up a couple free agents. That's not bad. decent enough to play defense, 3-and-D, sit in the corner, play defense.
Well, I'll say this. I can see. I 100% see where you're coming from. But if they were to do that, that's literally a hit or miss. They're either making it to the finals or they're not making the playoffs.
I don't know, man.
Well, they're gonna make the playoffs. They're just gonna either lose in the first round or make
man.
the playoffs.
The only team I can see them giving them a problem, and I don't see if that trade, the hypothetical trade that I said, if that would have happened, the only team I would see them giving them a problems with matchups would be the Bucks. If Middleton,
I think they become a playing team.
If Middleton is healthy.
If they don't have Grant Williams.
No, I'm saying Grant Williams stay. I said Grant Williams
if they don't have Jaylen Brown
and Marcus Smart.
They don't beat the Heat.
I said
they may not beat the Cavs, bro.
No, that's ridiculous, deal.
Bro, the Nets were a playing team last year, bro.
But
I know
KD's not a bad defender.
He's not, but when you pair him with just Jason Tatum, bro, that's what how much of a difference is that with him?
No cap, they don't even beat Philly if they match up with Philly, bro.
Who's stopping Kevin Durant? No one.
Who's
stopping Joel Embiid?
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's gonna score more than Joel Embiid.
And they got nobody to guard James Harden.
Hey, you see this?
No.
You see what Shaq put up? When they had a picture of them three, Ben Simmons, KD, and Kyrie, like, who's stopping these three? He said basketball, lotion, and a vaccine.
But I don't see anybody stopping Kevin Durant. The only person that's stopping Kevin Durant is Kevin Durant. So if him on that team with Tatum, bro, they're averaging 60 to 70 points themselves, them two together.
They're not.
That's a championship.
60 to 70, I can see it, bro.
That's a championship or bust team. I'll give it to you.
I can see it.
Yeah, a championship or bust, and they're gonna bust.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At least Eastern Conference Finals. At least.
Nah, I don't like it.
Play in, bro.
That's play in.
They can win the first round game and lose the second round. That's why I got them.
All right. I thought the first initial trade was actually a good one, but
all right. The next topic we have is Katt got his extension and he was talking about what his expectations for the team, and he said that him and Anthony Edwards need to be Kobe and Shaq like. So basically, their best duo since the NBA has seen since then. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I hope he's not talking about like. I hope he's just talking about the dynamic. I hope he's just talking about the dynamic.
He said no. He's talking about they need to be just as good.
Okay, well, he needs to improve a lot more. And I think Ant. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Ant can be that player. I think he shows signs of it. I think he can be that player. I think he's learned how to shoot a little bit better, get a little bit better handles. I think he can be that player. I'm not gonna say Kobe because Kobe is my favorite player. I don't know who
he wants to play defense too. So
exactly. So he has a potential. He's young. He has a potential to do it. The biggest thing for me is can Katt be Shaq, because Shaq is a whole. That's a.
No.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If Katt plays better in the playoffs, they are out of the first round.
You talking about last year?
This past year.
Yeah, of course.
Katt is the reason they didn't make it to the second round of the playoffs.
100%.
He got out-rebounded by Brandon Clark and the crew. Now they got Rudy Gobert, so it's going to be a lot better for them defensively.
I can't completely agree with that because I think they had a chance to win, and it came down to a couple of moments, and I think it was mental. And I think it was mental moments that they just messed up.
Yeah, like Anthony Edwards not guarding John Morant on that cut to the basket.
I think it was they had that series. I think there was a couple of mental. I think there was a couple of mental moments where they messed up and they could have won. And I think that all comes with experience. Mm-hmm. I think they didn't have the experience, and they were young. And I think next year, but for them about that statement, if Katt is not playing like Katt, need to throw that out the window because I don't know if he ever gonna be like Shaq.
Katt scored 15-8. He had an 18-point game. He did have a 29, 33, and a 28-point game. But the games that they lost
in game 5?
The games that they lost in game 6. Games 2 Games 2 and 3, Katt had scored 23 points and had 16 rebounds in the 2 games.
Okay.
It's terrible.
You said 22 rebounds?
12 rebounds and 23 points in
23
2 games.
points and 12 rebounds.
That ain't terrible.
To
To
be
Shaq, that is bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not
That's
bad.
bad.
I mean, to
23 points.
No, to be
no,
Shaq.
not that's not the average of the 2 games. That's in 2 games
Oh,
played.
in 2 games. Oh,
Yes.
oh,
He
I
scored
thought
a
you said-
total of
That makes
23
sense.
points
Bro,
and 12 rebounds.
No, that's bad. That's bad. That is bad. Yeah.
And in those
I mean,
games,
but you're gonna have bad.
And in those games, he averaged 9. In the games, he also had 9 turnovers. So,
damn, he's gonna have bad.
He had more turnovers than made shots.
Sheesh.
Within those 2 games.
Within those 2 games.
All right. Well, I mean, he's bad. I mean, I guess, like I said, he got to play better.
Nah, Katt, I can't, bro. Katt is not Shaq. Katt will never be Shaq. He's just not. He's just not dominant. Like he's just not dominant in anything he does, in my opinion. Like
He wants to be a shooter.
I think everyone.
He wants to be the best big man. He wants to be known for being the best big man who shoots. Which he will never be either, because Dirk, he's not going to surpass Dirk.
Yeah.
He's trying to be Dirk. That's what he's trying to be.
That's ridiculous.
And
when you want to play, when you don't want to play in the paint and instead play around the perimeter, which is 100% what he's going to be doing this year anyway, because now that Gobert is playing in the paint more, and he's actually going to be a true 4 to stretch the 4. On top of the fact that he can shoot, you can't be as dominant as Shaq. You're not going to be in the post game rebounds. You're not going to be, working for your buckets. You know what I'm saying? Like
for like a Tim Duncan or something.
Yeah, like
I mean, I'm not saying Tim Duncan is like trash or anything, but I'm just saying like that's going to be more of his play type.
I mean, Shaq and Kobe are big shoes to fill. And I said it last pod. You shoot for the moon, at least like if you miss, at least you'll land amongst the stars. You know what I'm saying? So
Shaq and Kobe is top 3 duo of all time.
100%. They might be.
I'm not gonna say one.
They might be next to Jordan and Pippen.
Yeah. I don't know. Seeing D Wade and LeBron was amazing, man. But I'm gonna have to put them behind them though. Of course. I said Kobe and Shaq are top 3 duo of all time.
Yeah, but I said behind Kobe and Jordan
and Pippen.
That's only because they win, but they're talking about dynamic and domination as far as them.
No, I'm talking about 2 of the best 2-way players of all time.
Yeah, like
Pippen and Jordan were 2 of the best 2-way players of all time.
Yeah, even though Jordan defense is overrated, but
What you mean? He was getting blocks. What are you talking about?
Steals.
Yeah, he won Defensive Player of the Year.
I don't understand how you won Defensive Player of the Year and not guard the best player night in and night out. That makes
he getting steals, he getting blocks, chase downs. Come on, man.
Yeah, you're guarding freaking Kiki Vanaway. Like, you better.
I'm dead.
You better do that, bro. But yeah, I'm here with you guys for that, man. I think that Katt has to be the better player. He has to become better. But they can't win with Katt being the best. I think Anthony Edwards actually has to be the best player on their team in order for them to have any aspiration of winning a championship.
I'm not gonna lie. After the playoffs, I jumped on the Anthony Edwards bandwagon.
I was early on it.
He was, and I was like, man, he's gonna be special, bro. He's gonna be special. I think he was just young, made a couple mistakes in the game, and I was like, man, he's gonna be a special player.
Yeah, the X factor is definitely gonna be D'Angelo Russell, though.
That's what they should have traded.
Yeah, I mean, but now that
he's gonna be the Derek Fisher. He doesn't
have to do as much now, so he'll be fine.
Mario Chalmers.
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be the Derek Fisher. Derek Fisher won 5 rings just because he was playing with Kobe Bryant.
Somebody thought Derek Fisher was over.
Man had one shot.
Somebody thought Derek Fisher was a Hall of Famer in here. I'm not gonna say who.
He got 5 rings, bro. You got more rings than your favorite player.
So. Hold on, man. I heard this. Since we talking about this, I heard the question. Is Robert Horry Hall of Famer? They talk about this every year. Is Robert Horry Hall of Famer?
No.
If Robert Horry Hall of Famer, Derek Fisher can't be Hall
Should Derek Fisher be a Hall of Famer? That's a question.
No.
If Robert Horry is not a Hall of Famer in your eyes, Derek Fisher should not be a Hall of Famer.
So Charles Barkley can be a Hall of Famer with 0 rings, but Derek Fisher can't be a Hall of Famer with
Hell
5.
yeah, Charles Barkley won 2 MVPs.
Man, like what are we talking about, man?
5 rings, 2 MVPs.
What are we talking about?
Which one are you taking? You want 5 rings or 2 MVPs, Joey?
Listen, Hall of Fame
No.
is about my
Answer the question.
place,
No.
you know?
Would you rather have 5 rings or 2 MVPs?
All right, would I have 2 MVP? All right, because I want those 5 rings. Am I Derek Fisher?
Yeah, you're Derek Fisher.
Why are we comparing Derek Fisher?
I'm being Charles Barkley, bro.
I'm saying.
taking the two MVPs, bro. I'm gonna be honest with
5 rings. His legacy is not Charles Barkley.
I'm
As far as me wanting to win, I would want to win 5 rings.
I would want to win
my
5
career. Like
I'm
when
just
I want to be
saying,
known
like,
for my career, I'd rather be Charles Barkley than the
I'm just saying, bro.
Than be Derek Fisher.
I don't see how you don't make it to Hall of Fame with 5 rings. That's all.
Robert Horry's
That's all
not in there. Robert Horry got
He
5
should
of
be.
the
He
same.
also should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree with Robert Horry because he had some clutch shots in the for his teams to win, but and he won with different teams.
Is Paul Gasol going to the Hall of Fame? You know,
He should.
Yeah, Paul Gasol is nice.
He should.
And he was part of a duo.
Yeah. What you mean? It was a.
It was a duo.
We had Bynum, bro.
Nobody say Paul Bynum and Kobe. They say Paul and Kobe.
Weren't they on the same team? Wasn't Derek Fisher still playing?
Yeah, Derek Fisher was on the
team. So Paul Gasol can make it to the Hall of Fame. Then why can't Derek Fisher?
But Paul Gasol had a bigger role than Derek Fisher.
Why are we talking about somebody that averaged less than 5 points a game?
Yeah,
like,
bro. Derek Fisher is not that guy, bro. He's not him. He's not him. He's not.
Draymond Green's going to the Hall of Fame. Ben Wallace is in the Hall of Fame, and they all average.
They're defensive players of the year.
Don't try Ben Wallace.
Average 7 points and is in the Hall of Fame.
Why are we comparing Derek Fisher to arguably 2 of the greatest defenders in NBA history?
Bro, Ben Wallace, bro, you can't bring Ben Wallace up.
5 rings. I don't understand.
So what?
If you can't give someone Hall of Fame for 5 rings, bro, like 3 back to back, bro.
Who's a long snapper for the Patriots? Who's a long snapper for the Patriots? Is he a Hall of Famer?
Maybe.
I'm asking you, I'm asking you this. Do you think James Jones should go to the Hall of Fame?
James Jones don't got 5 rings, bro. Like
he got like 3 of them things, don't he?
That ain't 5. He got 3
or 4.
James Jones might have 4 rings.
That's what I'm saying. James Jones. Listen, if you think
James Jones should be in the Hall of Fame, because I remember
he got 3. He got 3 of them.
He got 3.
I remember him making some good shots, bro.
No, stop it, bro.
Stop it.
I remember.
Lamar Odom has more of a case to make the Hall of Fame than Derek Fisher.
Y'all really think Kobe wins those rings without Fisher, bro?
Yes.
Obviously not, because he couldn't win without him.
There we go.
I'm a Kobe fan, and Kobe had to say, "Yo, Derek, I need to come back. I need to play point guard for me real quick."
There we go.
Who else is gonna have to play point guard? Smush Parker?
Yeah, exactly. So like he literally just said, "Come back." But
give him old Darren Williams. He wins those with them. I don't know.
He plays his role very.
But
very
I think he
well.
was more comfortable with Derek Fisher, and Derek Fisher knew how Kobe operated, and that chemistry was right. So
Kobe would pass the ball and play defense. Yeah. That's all he needed.
Yeah, exactly. But let's
get to this king of the court segment, man. So there's a king of the court that popped up online. 3 dribbles. Who would win? It's KD, Tracy McGrady, and Carmelo Anthony. Give me your first, second, rank. Who's coming first? Who's coming second? Who's coming in last?
So like they get 3 dribbles and they go against each other.
Yeah, 3 dribbles to score a bucket.
Ooh,
best of 7.
Best of 7? Oh shit!
Like right. So like
I got you.
Let's say KD's going against Melo. Whoever wins goes against G-Mac.
And we talking about prime Melo, prime T-Mac, everybody in their prime. All right, I'm going Melo, 100%. Melo's 1. KD. Oh, I'm gonna have just because KD tall, bro. I'm gonna have to go KD second, T-Mac last.
I have the same exact order as Joey.
I have the same exact order. I thought this was going to be nah. Melo's not even going to take a dribble. He's going to
I'm about to say Melo's a jab set king. So like he wins that. I'm not going to say easily, but like you said, Joey, KD got that height.
Right. That's the only reason I put him over Tracy, just because of the height.
Yeah.
I think I do give. I talked a lot of trash about Melo, bro, but Melo in the prime, he was that guy. Bro.
There's this thing that was going crazy on TikTok where there was like this guy said he'll pick year 2 Kevin Durant over year 6 Melo. In year 2, KD did score more points than Melo, and then the next year he was a scoring champ. Just to put some context behind it. Yeah, so that's why he said it.
Year 6 Melo, was he with Nuggets or Knicks?
I think Melo went to the Western Conference Finals that year.
So he's with the Nuggets.
I'm still not taking KD. I'm still not taking KD, bro.
Nah,
Melo
was different, bro.
Melo was like it was literally LeBron, Melo. Well, Kobe was still around, but
the argument also, shout out to Players' Choice, was they said, was Melo ever a top 5 player in the NBA?
Of course.
Yes. 100%. Melo was averaging 30.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
I gotta go look at this.
We're not gonna do this right now to Melo. I try him a lot.
All right, let's go. Name them. All right, so you got Bron, Kobe.
Yeah.
All right. Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Who else was good back then?
It was Melo, bro.
Was Melo better than CP3?
Yes.
Was Melo better than D Wade?
At the time, yes.
Yes.
Even though D Wade. Now, what year are we talking? We gotta talk.
We're talking about in those first from 2003 to 2010.
2003, 2010. Yes. D Wade was top 10. I would say probably top 7, but he wasn't better than Melo. We all knew that. We all knew Melo. We all knew Melo. Huh? What you say?
Over Melo.
You putting Dwayne Wade? Those years?
Between 2003 and 2010, from the rookie of the first 7 years. Because Dwayne declined after year 8. And if we say
what was Dwayne Wade's highest career average?
30.
You know?
30. I think he led the league in scoring that year.
Yeah, he didn't win it. He was
How many times did he do that? How many times did he do that?
One time.
Melo has a 26, 28, 25, 28, 28, 27.
Melo was. I think Melo.
I'm not going to argue say Melo was a better scorer, but I don't think Melo was a better player than Dwayne Wade.
I mean, because Melo was not ever known for playing defense. Like,
didn't play defense, and Dwayne Wade was a better playoff performer.
D Wade was a two-way player.
Two-way player, better playoff performer.
He took his team to the Western Conference Finals.
Dwayne Wade took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals and won the championship.
He had Shaq.
And
was Shaq good for us, Joey?
Yes,
Shaq good for us.
If we talk about the numbers Shaq put up when they won that championship that year,
go look at that finals.
And the finals, all right, the final wasn't that great. But if we look at what
he put up Katt numbers.
But you also have to remember D Wade also always had the better team than Melo.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did, Dwayne.
He did. Bro. What team?
Those Nuggets team were better than the 1 year Dwayne Wade. The 2 years Dwayne Wade had Kobe. The 2 years Dwayne Wade had Shaq was the only years he was better.
Who was Melo's
best? And he won. Player, and he won. And after that,
and every other year after that, their first year as rookies, Melo had a better team. Every year, Melo always had a better team.
But Wayne, check me out. Those 2 years,
Melo's
D Wade
best
won.
player, bro. Name him.
Facts.
Name him.
He had AI for a year.
He had washed AI.
AI put up 28 with Melo.
Oh my gosh, bro. No.
We know AI wasn't the AI.
Name me another player on the Heat after Shaq left or before Shaq came.
Before?
What you call it? Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning, bro.
Left with Shaq, bro.
Alonzo Mourning left with Shaq. He did leave with Shaq.
You said name him before you said before Dwayne Wade came?
Alonzo was retired.
And
then he came back because Shaq came on the team. And then when Shaq left, he retired again.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. But this is what I can say. The East was not as good, and the West was hard. We know the West was hard. They were dealing with a Hall of Fame Spurs team, the Lakers.
Dwayne Wade had to go against the Pistons, bro, who just beat the shit out of the Lakers, bro.
What you talking about? What are you talking about?
Dwayne Wade had to go through the Pistons, who just beat this shit out of the Lakers.
The Lakers didn't. Wayne, the Lakers didn't lose in the finals to the Pistons the year before.
Yes, they did. Before
they
Shaq
didn't.
came there.
In the finals?
They beat
Kobe
the
only
Lakers
lost
4-1.
one finals, bro. And he lost it to the Boston Celtics.
No, they lost to the Pistons. What are we talking? That's why they broke up.
The Pistons beat.
Bro, no, they lost to the Spurs.
The Pistons beat the Lakers 4-1 in the finals.
What year is this?
Bro, what? I don't.
2004, I think, because they're supposed to 4-peat. They got their ass
Kobe
beat
only
in the
has
finals.
one.
No, he doesn't.
Loss.
Kobe has 2 finals losses, bro. They lost to the Pistons.
So you telling me Kobe went to 7 finals?
Oh yeah, no, it was the Pistons.
Yes, bro, they lost. He went to 7 finals, bro. He lost to the Pistons. They were supposed to 4-peat, and he didn't want to give Shaq the ball because he's being a little baby. Rest in peace, though, Cole.
They lost 4-1.
They lost 4-1. They beat the shit out of them.
Right.
Hold on. I'm not giving you this.
So you said that was 04, 05.
So Carmelo rookie year, he averaged 21. The next year, 20, 26, 28, 25. Hold on, I got 25, 22, 28, 25. D Wade, 16, 24, 27, 27, 24, 30, 26, 25. Not that far off. And then one's a tremendously better defender.
I think one of those years he was top 5.
And a better playmaker.
I think one of those years he was top 5.
I think
top 5.
I really
better playmaker, better defender, and they're damn near similar when it comes to putting the ball in the hoop.
One of those years, Melo was a top 5 player because he was also. I remember Melo being the scoring champ multiple times. And he was phenomenal that year.
Melo scoring champ years happen. Son, Melo never averaged 30 in a year, bro. What are we talking about, man? Hey,
you act like D Wade averaged 30 once, and Melo averaged 28 3 times in his career, bro.
Not 30.
It's not, but you act like D Wade was doing that every come on now.
Okay, Melo.
D Wade did it that year because he had
Melo put up
and no disrespect to D Wade
3 times, and never put up 30. Wade put up 27 3 times and put up 30.
How many times did Melo put up 27?
He never. Melo put up 27 one time.
I don't know, man. I feel like at one point in our life when we were watching Melo and these guys play, he was
the perception to me. Melo was always overrated. We always overrated.
How was he overrated when he never won?
Because people said he was top 5 when he wasn't.
He never won anything.
I don't know, man. I felt like he was top 5.
He can be overrated because people say he was top 5 when he was never top 5.
I don't know, bro.
What we said? We said Kobe.
Nuggets, bro.
We said Kobe, Duncan.
And I'm not, do we think he was better than Tracy McGrady when Tracy McGrady was in his prime? Those are those years. No.
All right, man. I don't know, man. I might have to give this to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not giving it, bro.
You say you're not getting it to me?
I'm not giving this to you, bro.
I might have to. It's
I'm not giving this to you at all, bro.
Hold on, man. I don't know.
No, bro. I'm not giving this to you,
players, bro.
I'm not giving it to you. T-Mac averaged 32 once and 28 once, and that's it. No, I'm not giving that to you, bro. That's it. Everything else was under.
I gotta check your stats because you know your stats be a little crazy.
All right, 7, 9, 15, 26, 25, 32, 28, 25, 24, 24, 21. Everything after way less.
Yeah.
I might give you T-Mac because the 1 year he averaged 30 hours before him. So
yeah, he's never.
I was with the
top,
Magic.
He's never been top 5, bro.
Nah, bro.
You going back to look at the players that played during that time? You still had Jason Kidd in the league,
bro. He's never been top 5. Steve Nash was still there. Elton Brand was balling at that time. Jason Kidd was still there. Gilbert Arenas was balling at that time.
And I ain't even named Dirk yet.
Dirk was still there. Paul Pierce was still balling at that time. That's the thing,
bro. They had way better teams than Melo, bro. You just named Jason Kidd and Dirk.
Stop acting like the Nuggets. Melo wasn't on a good team, bro. Stop it, please.
He was the team. Like,
no, he was not, bro. Young JR was nice, bro. They had Marcus. They had Marcus Camby. They had.
I want you to remember though, like Kevin Garnett was killing people during that time too, bro. Like, yeah,
And
Melo
AI was
wasn't.
still, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
bro.
Melo
Like,
wasn't. Melo wasn't.
Melo was never
Melo
top
was top
five,
five,
He
bro.
wasn't top
Never.
5, bro. He wasn't. That's so sad.
Melo was top
I
five.
was trying to
I'm
give
not
it to
giving you
him.
that, bro.
I was trying to give it to him,
Shout
bro.
out
That's
Flair
so
Shirts for
sad,
that
man.
for that one.
Dang,
Because Melo was never
Melo.
top five, bro. Never.
He was never, bro. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at the rankings, bro. He wasn't even 15. Like,
Melo's so overrated. He jumped into the top 75 players of all time.
he was
It's not
15. He was
overrated,
13.
bro.
He was 13 one year.
Not as overrated, bro.
It's not overrated, bro. He's in top
Yeah.
75, so you know he was.
No, him and Anthony Davis should be lucky to be in there.
Andy Davis.
Yeah, man. That's
I'm not giving
Anthony-
him that.
And even when the White was you gotta think the White was in his prime around those times too, bro.
Anthony, you're right, bro. I give it to you, bro. You're right. I look
No.
back, that was
Joey gives it to you. I do not, bro.
Melo was. He
Y'all
didn't
gonna
do it,
give
DL.
you're gonna
He
say
didn't do
CP
it.
You're gonna say Chris Paul. Chris Paul did the same thing. Went to the Western Conference Finals, didn't do anything.
CP was the best in his position at some point during those years.
He didn't do it, DL. It's all right, DL. It's all right. We could take that. Melo could take that out.
Not if Allen Iverson was still in the league. If you're saying that,
Iverson
Melo
was over
take the
him,
L.
I said between 2003 and 2007.
that's when he was on the team. Allen Iverson was on his team, right?
AI.
And he averages 30. He had 30.
No,
27.
no, like DL, like I'm looking at this stuff.
Joey,
like,
I'm not giving Melo not being a top 5 player. I don't care, bro. That's what I'm saying. No, bro.
24, 20, around 2008, AI was in the top.
Y'all can't let it ride the fact that he doesn't
Melo-
have anything to show for
the
all
Mel-
the
the
years.
highest
Yeah, he was never
ranking-
top, bro. 2004, 2005, 2006, AI averaged 30 in those years. And then he went to Melo, gave him 25, then gave him 26.
Melo
With 7
2003
assists
to
each year.
2007, Melo highest ranking was 13.
That's why I say Melo is very
He
overrated
wasn't-
as a player.
He wasn't
only-
that guy, bro.
That's really only because he played offense, bro. He didn't bring anything more to the table.
And that sucks for him because he needs to bring more.
Yeah, that does suck for him.
You know, he's top 5, bro. Was top 5.
You know what's
And
crazy?
he's top
Tim
75.
Duncan. You know what's crazy? Tim Duncan literally dominated that era, bro.
Yeah, now it's Timmy's era. Timmy is one of the most disrespected players.
He was literally the number 1 player for like 3 years straight.
Disrespected.
He is. A lot of people don't put him in top 5 when he's the best player to ever play his position.
Bro, he was the number 1
And
player.
dominated the era.
He was the number 1 player.
There's no Spurs dynasty if there's no Tim Duncan.
I'm just looking at from 2003 to 2007. He was the number 1 player 4 times. That is crazy.
Yeah.
He literally dominated.
And you know it's crazy when I used to say, "Yo, Tim Duncan was better than Kobe." And people used to spaz at me, bro. And now I like.
I will say Tim Duncan.
Look, my brother just came and looked at me crazy when I said Tim Duncan was.
He's not better than Kobe. We know that. But we know he's not better.
He's the best player that ever played his position.
I would say he had a better, even
career.
though Kobe and him won the same amount of rings. I think Tim Duncan's career was better.
It's just because wing players. That's the only why people think it.
He just had a better career, bro. I think that's all it came down to. And he also had a better coach, and he came into one like a great system.
Who had a better coach?
So we saying
Phil Popovich is not a better coach than Phil Jackson.
So you think Phil Jackson?
Yeah, he's a better coach than Popovich.
Come on, bro. Be real.
Be real about what?
So you think Phil Jackson's a better coach than
Popovich? He has 6 more championships than him.
6 because of championships.
He has 6 more championships than him.
So Phil Jackson had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was already a figure before he moved to the Bulls. Scottie Pippen,
he won 3 rings before Dennis was there.
Yeah, no, correct. But he won.
Michael Jordan couldn't get out the first round before Phil got there.
And I'm not discrediting Phil. I'm just saying that Greg Popovich has won with less. And I think his system that he has is better. That's my opinion.
They've sucked since Tim Duncan retired.
Yeah, they suck. Yeah, they.
So you can't say the system's better.
Retired, but I do think the system is better because
why the triangle went to 2 different teams and became dynasties.
Yeah, but you need certain players to do that. You need certain players. If you don't have a Kobe, and if you don't have a Michael Jordan, the triangle doesn't work.
Kobe needed Phil to be great.
So you think Tim Duncan didn't need Greg Popovich? You didn't think the Admiral Robinson didn't need Greg Popovich?
They were ass before Timmy got there. That's how they got Timmy.
They were. First of all, I want to say this: the Admiral didn't play until Tim Duncan got there, because the Admiral was drafted and then he went to the military, and then when he came back, that's when Tim Duncan rookie year. That same year, the Admiral came back and averaged 28, 8 and something else, and they were balling.
They were balling together.
Yeah, because
of Timmy.
It was also because of that system as well, and then he also created 2 Hall of Famers, people that we never thought would be Hall of Famers, Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. And he brought out great players like Bruce Bowen and made him like look good because he was a good 3-point pointer, and he set up plays for Bruce Bowen to shine in the playoffs. I think the thing about Greg Popovich,
Phil Jackson is the reason why DL thinks Derek Fisher should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh my God! Stop it! Throw it away. No, I just think Phil Jackson
should be
always. I think Phil Jackson has had the better.
Phil Jackson
players.
ran the triangle with Paul Gasol.
He had better players. He had better players, bro.
He did have better players.
I can't.
But he went to 2 teams and won 5+ rings with both
with
teams.
the same type of players.
Doesn't matter. He did it. Though.
He did it. Right. I'm not saying Phil Jackson is number 2 to me. I still have Greg as 1. I have to. When I just look at him and his system and how he made Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili.
They was like that though.
They were not.
If you switch those 2 coaches, they have the same careers.
No, I don't think.
Like Greg Popovich would go.
I don't think Greg Popovich wins 11 rings.
I don't think
100%.
I don't think Greg Popovich wins 11
No,
rings.
man, no. I think you sleep, Wayne.
I don't think Greg Popovich wins 11 rings.
You sleep. If he had the Bulls,
and you said
same Bulls,
Greg Popovich wins 11 rings.
You said that was what? Didn't you also say that was probably one of the hardest defensive errors of all time, right?
I did not say that,
bro.
You said the thousands was right.
If Greg,
the 2000s, yeah, it was. Yeah,
if Greg Popovich
physically it's the hardest
had
defensive error.
Shaq, they would win more rings.
Phil won 3 with Shaq, and he only had Shaq for 5
They will
years?
win more rings.
So they won every year.
If Greg Popovich had Shaq, I can't say much about the Bulls, but the Kobe team, if Greg Popovich had that Kobe team, they're winning more rings.
I don't think they lose to the Pistons either, but
yeah, exactly. They're winning more. I think Shaq stays longer. They probably win 5 straight.
That's crazy to say.
I can see that happening with Kobe and Shaq and that team that they had. They can win 5 straight.
All right.
3, and then if they beat the Pistons, they win it next year. Come on, Kobe was no different. Shaq was like, "Yo, I'm ready to win another one." Like, what's good?
Then they would have won 6.
2 seconds.
Nah, Shaq was getting old.
Yeah, he was. All right, let's get into the next topic, which is we have JR says that Dame Lillard basically he thinks Dame should leave Portland because if he doesn't, he's basically going to rot in Portland. What do you think about those statements?
I think Dame is. I think because I know you heard Dame said everybody's running away from the hard work and things like that. I think Dame is afraid to get uncomfortable.
You think? Wow, I did not think that was coming.
I think he's afraid to get uncomfortable. I think Dame is afraid because when was the last time we've seen, other than Olympics and All-Star games, when was the last time we've seen Dame the second best player on his team? Never.
Yeah. I mean,
Never.
his rookie year when LaMarcus was on the team.
Right. But after that, he took over. And I think he's comfortable, bro. I think he's comfortable in the position. Like, this is my team. I want to
get money.
Yeah, I'm getting money. I think he don't want to get uncomfortable. Might take less money. Might work. might be the second option on the team, not the best player. Do
you think Dame can be the best player on a championship team?
I do think he could be the best player on a championship team. It depends on how that team is built. Now, if we're talking about super teams, he's not gonna be the best player on that team.
You don't think he could be the best player on the championship
on a super team? I'm talking super team as in.
What if it was Dame, Jimmy Butler, and Paul George?
Nope. He wouldn't be the best player.
He wouldn't.
He wouldn't be the second best player.
Dame is not a two-way player.
So whoa, Dame better. Talking about Dame not better than
Dwayne. What is your criteria of being one of the greatest all time? Please tell me.
Dame is not a two-way player.
I'm asking Wayne.
But talking about Dame is not. KD's not a two-way player.
KD can play defense.
Dame can play defense.
You didn't say. I don't think you said that KD would be one of the greatest players of all time. Top 10.
We got Curry in his top 10, and Curry don't play defense, bro.
Well, that's an exception. Curry averaged a lot of steals, bro.
Is Dame Curry? Is Dame Curry? Is Dame?
Dame is not Curry.
Dame could beat Curry if he's in that system.
No, bro.
No, I disagree. No, I'm not taking that.
Dame is probably not as much as Curry, but he's close. He's the closest thing to Curry.
If Dame is on that Curry team, Dame wins 2 rings, not 4.
Does he have Kevin Durant?
He wins 2 rings, not 4.
He wouldn't be the best player on the team.
Give Curry's not the reason why they won the first ring. So he would win this ring.
No, he would lose. He would lose to the Cavaliers. Win that ring. He would lose to the Cavaliers.
He would not win that ring.
He would lose to the Cavaliers. He would not win against the Cavaliers.
But that wasn't Curry the reason why they won that ring, though. So don't say anything about Curry with that ring.
I'm just saying
he would beat this Celtics team if Dame was on this team.
If Dame was on that Warriors team,
it would beat the Celtics team.
You think he was going to do what Curry did in the playoffs? Yeah. What Curry did in the playoffs this season? No. You think Dame was going to be able to do that?
Do that in the playoffs.
No.
What did this season?
Is he in that system? Is he in that Warriors?
Same team. We trade Curry.
Same system. The way it's run, yes.
Curry doing the same thing. I don't see it.
Yes.
I don't see it. I don't see it. Dame is lit. Dame is lit.
Athletic, better finisher at the rim.
That's not that system, though. That's not that system.
Y'all discredit.
That is that system. They not got the dribble over dribble like
that's why that's what make Dame.
Steph is an amazing finisher, Joey.
Okay, I'm about to say, don't try Steph on his finishing ability.
Dame is an ISO player, bro. He's an ISO player.
You're giving Dame. Dame is an ISO player because of the system he's in. He can
Dame is not running around screens all game. He's not doing that.
We're putting him in the system, so he has to do it.
He's not doing. Whenever
we're putting him in the system, so he
can't shoot. But he can't shoot like Curry.
He's not doing that,
he can shoot at least 40% from the 3.
He's not Curry though. It's Curry's different.
Curry, right?
Like he's not Curry. So like, I would just have to imagine he would be
Curry like.
What you say?
This man said Paul George.
You can say he's Curry like. But Jimmy I don't think he's going. I think in a playoff situation,
Dame is better than Paul George. I don't know what.
Yeah, I definitely better than Paul George. But
Dame is better than Paul.
In a playoff,
one player is a top 75 player all time, and the other 2 are not. So I don't know why we're arguing right now.
No,
all right. So you keep mentioning this top 75, bro. Keep the same energy when it comes to other players, bro.
You just said the top 75 wasn't right.
Exactly. Melo made top 75. Melo made top 75. Is Melo better than Dame? All right, then. So stop it.
Is Melo better than Dame in the career-wise? Yeah, Melo had a better career than Dame. They actually have very similar careers if you really take a look at it.
Okay, so with that being said,
yeah, go ahead.
Is Melo better than Paul George? Yes. Is Melo better than Jimmy Butler? Yes.
How is someone better than somebody when they are not a better two-way player? You just said.
Come on. Paul George better than Melo.
Not overall. Paul George is better than Melo overall. Yes.
Yes,
he is. Yes, he is.
Paul George better than Melo?
Yes.
Yo, that's crazy. Prime Paul George is better than Prime Carmelo Anthony.
Overall, Paul George is a
no.
Yes, scoring wise, yes, I give you Melo because his averages are better. Paul George, you're putting him on the best player to defend on any team. Period.
That doesn't make him better than him, though.
That does make him. You
But
just said
you said that's what made
your
D
criteria
Wade better
to be
than
a top
Melo.
10 player, Dwayne, is a
Because
being able to
Dwayne
play
Wade
two
was
ways.
a scorer and like what are we talking about, bro?
But like Paul George is a scorer and can defend.
And can defend. Like, what are you talking? Like, what are you saying?
So this is the only thing I gotta say about Dame being on that team with those two. In the playoffs, we know we're not going to Pat Pete.
Hold on.
Play playoff Pete.
So because you're a better two-way player than somebody, you're automatically better than him. Is that what we're saying, DL?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you act like Paul George can't score just as efficiently as Melo or Dame.
Prime Melo, no. No.
Man, hey,
I watched Dame kick Paul George ass.
Bro, the only reason why
Paul George
doesn't have a
that
ring.
OKC season,
Bro,
Paul George was better than any Paul George has presented. That year when he kicked his ass.
Bro, the only reason why Paul George doesn't have a ring is because of LeBron. It's because of that Heat team. Legit. The only reason.
I agree.
No, what the hell? They're not beating OKC.
God,
They're not beating the Spurs. What are we talking about? That's hyperbole. Bro.
They're not beating OKC, but OKC lost to them 4-1, and Paul George took them to 7 2 years in a row. They're not beating that OKC
I'm
team.
saying, Wayne.
Like, OKC lost 4-2.
They lost 4-1. They lost 4-1. Go look it up. They lost 4-1. They lost 4 straight.
They lost 4-1.
Yes. Yes. Stop it.
That's what's LeBron and D Wade, bro.
You really think, and that's what Paul George lost to.
But that Pacers team was lit.
That was a better matchup for them, though.
That Pacers team was
and
lit.
They took them to 7, bro. They took them to 7.
Twice.
They lost off of a layup.
That's because Roy Hibbert was kicking
and now it's because of this.
Chris Bosh's ass. He's not doing that to Kendrick Perkins, bro.
Oh, my goodness, bro.
Is that a fact or that's cap?
That's cap.
So how did he beat them? How did he beat them, Wayne?
Because they got LeBron James.
Dwayne, what
you saying? Know, man.
Paul George stopping KD?
Huh?
No.
Paul George stopping KD?
No, but KD.
Nobody's stopping KD.
All right, now look. The point guard for the team that George Hill was guarding Mario Chalmers. George Hill's not guarding Russell Westbrook.
No, Lance Stevenson, bro.
Lance Stevenson
got to guard James Harden, bro.
No, he's going to have to guard Russell Westbrook. And James Harden was coming off the bench.
So when James Harden get in the game, what's going to happen?
James Harden's going to do James Harden do. But that's it. I'm putting Paul George on KD.
And David West, and the one right series coach, David West and Roy Hibbert was giving Shane Battier and Chris Bosh problem. They're not giving Kendrick Perkins and Serge Ibaka problems.
Look at what you're saying. Just look at what you're saying logically.
It's all based on matchups.
The team
because that's a bad matchup, bro.
That's not. How is that a bad matchup when the team that beat the better matchup took that team to 7 games?
It's
like,
about
how does that even make
matchups
sense?
and the personnel, bro.
These niggas lost 4-1, bro. 4 straight games.
It's about matchups and personnel, bro. I don't understand what you're not getting, bro.
I don't understand what you're not getting, bro. The team that beat a team 4-1 lost
because the Heat went small ball and the Heat went small ball, and LeBron James was better in the previous series. And Dwayne Wade was way better than he was in the series versus the Pacers. That's a fact.
100%. I agree on that too. But I don't know, man.
Mike Miller wasn't freaking shooting the lights out versus the Pacers.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm tripping.
So I'm tripping. Is Paul George better than Kevin Durant?
He is not. We know that.
Okay.
I never said that was the case, bro.
That year, was Paul George better than Russell Westbrook?
Yes.
Okay. Was Lance Stevenson better than Russell Westbrook?
No.
Was anybody else on the Pacers better than Russell Westbrook? No. Was anybody on the Pacers better, besides Paul George, better than James Harden?
Nah. Wait, no. They had the other dude. He was playing very well. I forgot.
David West. That's who they had.
No, it wasn't David West. It was another guy. He was a forward.
Danny Granger didn't play that series.
He didn't play that series. Okay.
No.
They had 2 years though.
He played the second year, and they sure as hell wasn't beating the Spurs. I think we all can agree on that.
Yeah.
Keep on that line. Anybody on the Pacers better than Serge Ibaka that year?
Nah, whatever, dog.
All right, bro. What are we talking about, bro? was the
But-
matchups, bro.
But
They were dominating the Heat inside the paint. They're not going to do that versus the OKC Thunder team. It's not that hard to understand, bro. And Thabo would have locked Paul George up the same way he locked up Kobe. Factor cap.
stop it, bro.
Thabo ain't like on Kobe?
It was a bad game.
It was a bad series. It was a bad series.
It was a bad game, bro. It was a bad game.
All right, bro. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I'm saying, man.
I get. All right, man.
All
But
right, man.
Bro, stop
Dame-
giving Wayne these wins, bro. No,
I'm not giving it to him. I didn't say anything. I just said but.
I'm gonna give that back, bro.
I'm just saying,
BS, bro. I'm not even
think-
about to argue this no more.
But
bro.
what I'm saying-
How is that DS, bro?
The logic just doesn't make sense. You talk about matchups, but literally, these niggas lost
It is
4
a
straight
bad.
games.
What are we talking
They
about?
won
It's a
game
matchup,
one. They
bro.
literally won game one and didn't win any more games that season with the best, with a big three, bro. That big three was by far better than.
Did I
the
just not
Heat's
break
big
down
three.
why?
I don't care about matchup. I'm looking at logic. The
The,
team
wait,
that
hold
lost
on,
last season,
hold on. The Thunder big three was not better than the Heat big three.
as a whole, whenever they
No.
perform, whenever they play, bro,
No.
there was never a game in which all three of them averaged over 25 points, or two of them averaged over.
Russell
25.
Westbrook was not better than Dwayne Wade, so they already.
I said as a whole. They played better as a whole. Like James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook played better overall as a whole than Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron James. That is a fact.
Are you serious?
That is a fact. That is a go look at their stats when they're playing, bro. There was not
I look-
they left.
in the
I
playoffs.
look.
No, in the playoffs. There was never a game in which D Wade and Chris Bosh or D Wade and LeBron or LeBron and D Wade averaged more than 25. Two of them averaged more than 20 games, 25 points.
And
Was it the
that
same
year
thing
was
I
that
say?
year was
That's the same thing I say with JT and Jaylen Brown.
that was 2012, right? That was 2012, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
2012. Okay.
2012, yes.
Yeah,
They lost
2012.
2011.
2012. I'm gonna just look at a couple things, man.
None
I'm
of
gonna
them.
look at that.
They were never all playing well at the same time to a point where they was whooping ass like
So-
they should have been.
So
Who, the
you're
Heat?
telling
Didn't he
Yes.
go on like a 27 game win streak to end this year?
That's not what I said. Who was it in the finals, bro? Who was hitting them shots? Freaking Mario Chalmers, Mike Miller, not the big three, right?
well, no,
Correct.
no,
Yes or no?
DL,
Yes or no?
Did you
Yeah,
watch
you know
the finals?
You know
bro?
Dwayne Wade balled in that finals, bro.
Did you watch
And-
that finals?
And when Dwayne Wade balled, was LeBron balling or was
Because
Chris Bosh
LeBron won
balling?
games.
Balling.
Yes.
LeBron was Finals MVP. What were we
I
talking
give
about?
you Bosh, but Bosh never really balled.
What
but
were we
them
talking
two-
about?
Them two balled.
Come on, hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on, man. I gotta look this up, man, because
I remember saying this. Like they're never all balling at the same time. Like there's always someone who's balling, and then the next person just playing a role. Like imagine if all three of them ball, they should be whooping teams. There's no game, but they shouldn't be in games.
Nah, Chubbs. I can't. I mean, I said Chubbs. Nah, DL. I can't agree with you, bro.
Dwayne Wade averaged 22.6,
I can't agree with you.
and Bron averaged 28.6.
Yeah.
On 6
I
and
said-
5.
Bro, what did I say? 25. Two of them averaging 20.
Bro,
that's
no
a
one.
big, that's a big oh my goodness. But when you have players of that caliber, like you're hyping Dwayne Wade up to be one of the great top 2 shooting guards of all time, bro. That's what
He's not top
what
2
don't you
shooting
understand
guard
about
of
that?
all time.
Top 3 shooting guard, whatever shooting guards of all time. You don't think that he should be averaging more than 22 points, bro? With another star?
Who?
That's
D-Wade?
the same thing.
You
That's
talking
the
about
same
D-Wade?
thing we were saying. Yeah, that's the same thing we were saying about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. 2 stars of that caliber should be averaging at least 25 points, bro, a piece, playing together. That's literally what I've been saying.
But all right, so you also have to understand it wasn't a duo.
It was a
three
trio.
people. It was 3 people.
right?
Bosh was averaging 14 points and 9 rebounds. You also have to understand that D-Wade was averaging 22 points. He had 6 steals and he was averaging 1 block a game. That was defensively, he was better than anybody on that team. And he was averaging 22 points, and LeBron was averaging 28, and he was giving them 7 assists a game. And D-Wade was averaging 6 rebounds, and also I think 5 assists a game or something like that. Yeah, 5 assists. LeBron was averaging 7 rebounds and 7 assists and 10 rebounds a game. And D-Wade had 6 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Now, James Harden was coming off the bench. These 3 guys were starting, giving these guys buckets. I don't know how you can say that super or whatever team or whoever they are, big 3, their big 3 was better than the Heat big 3. There's no way. There's no way. You can't say that.
All right, so
Russell is not better.
I'm gonna just give you some numbers, bro. LeBron in that final.
I'm looking at the finals.
The game 1. I'm going game by game. I'm not going off average. I'm going game by game. LeBron had 30. D Wade 19. Chris Bosh 10. Is that good from a big 3? Shane Battier had just as many points as Dwayne Wade.
That's why they lost the game, Dio. Next.
I want you.
I'm going game by game. I'm going game by game.
And I want you to go, and also I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna just tell you the averages for OKC once you're done.
32, 24, 16.
You talking about for what?
That's game 2.
32, 24, and what?
16.
16. Bosh. Okay. You want to know Bosh?
Yeah. Was that 29, 25, 10.
Mm-hmm.
25 and 26. 13. Mario Chalmers, 25.
Yeah, y'all put some respect on Rio name, bro.
Come on, bro.
But
you said D Wade and them got to give you 25. It sounds like that's what they're doing.
That's one game, bro.
Keep going.
And then okay, then the last game, I give you the last game.
So they only had one bad game.
And I'm gonna throw these stats out for you.
And they lost that game.
And you said these 3 guys were better, but what we didn't say was that Harden averaged less than Chris Bosh in the finals. In the finals, KD averaged 30. KD averaged 30 in that finals. Russell averaged 27. James Harden averaged 12 points a game.
That's also because James Harden was coming off the bench too, though, bro. Like you got.
So he had starter minutes. Don't give me that, bro.
Yeah, you want to know how many minutes he played?
That's different.
James Harden
played 30 plus.
All right, but he's coming off the bench, averaging the same as a starter.
What you want me to show you how many minutes Chris Bosh played? Hold on, let me look real quick. Chris Bosh played 4 more minutes
than James Harden.
Yeah.
And they average about the same.
No, they don't. He averaged more than him.
What? 2 more points.
2 more points. 2 more points. And he also got added dynamics of the games of what these guys were doing, man. They were also grabbing rebounds and giving assists. These guys are also two-way players.
Is if these players, as a Dwayne Wade, well, we know LeBron is LeBron, but if Dwayne Wade and that big 3 was
he averaged 25 for almost every game except for one game and they lost.
Bro,
exactly.
These niggas should be averaging 30 a piece.
They don't need that to win.
No, they don't need that to win.
When they tried to do that, they got their ass whooped in the finals.
Facts. That's why they lost. And we're gonna sit here and say, is KD better than LeBron? No. Is Russell better than D Wade? No. We're gonna give Harden better than Bosh, but that series he wasn't. So we can't say that we're a better big 3. We can't argue that. We can't argue that, man. That's come on, man. That big 3 is up there with the top, big guys. Man. You can't.
Well, like I said, the initial argument was the fact that the Pacers wouldn't beat that team.
Well, the real initial argument was about Dame and how he's afraid to leave and go win a championship.
But he's saying that Dame isn't a better overall player than Paul George. It's ridiculous. So
I said he is. You said he isn't. That's ridiculous.
I think he's better than.
Paul George is a better overall player than Dame. Yeah, I'll stand by that.
I don't know.
One thing Paul George does is play defense. Dame is a better playmaker and a better.
All he does is play defense. But when he came to OKC with your guy, he averaged more points than your guy.
He dropped 28.
So I don't.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook took the backseat off. I said I'm talking about the only thing he does better than
The only
Dame.
thing he does is play defense. But when he went to a new team, he averaged more points.
DL,
So
you're taking my statement wrong.
I'm not taking your. You said all he does is play defense. When he's
I'm saying that's all he does better than Dame is play defense.
Yeah, but DL is saying that he can score just as well.
He's just scored just as good.
That's what he's saying.
No, he can't score just as good as Dame. It's like no, that's not. It's not. He can't. He literally cannot score just as good as Damian Lillard. Like what? I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, bro.
I know Dame is that guy, man. Dame is that
Has
guy.
Paul George ever put up 30 points a game?
No, he never
All right.
has. He never has done that in his life. No.
Talking about here, man.
28.
He has. But like I said, I think Dame is afraid to leave.
This man scored 28 one time. That's the only time he's ever been over 25 points.
Yeah,
what are we talking about here?
Yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with you about.
I know
Paul
you're
George,
not arguing.
I'm not arguing about Paul George. Now, the only thing I'm saying about playoffs on that team,
you act like Dame, bro. Dame got a 30 and a 28. Like that's one more game. Like
Dame has.
one more season.
More than once.
24.6.
His career 28 and his average is 23 every other time.
Wait. His career average is 24.6. Other one's 20.4. Okay. But Dame is the guy.
4 point.
He's the guy. So I mean,
that's what Paul George was in the Pacers. He was the guy.
He was averaging 20-something points, but
bro, 2012 he averaged 17 points, bro. Man, get this nigga out of here, bro.
What are you talking about? You talking about Paul George?
Yes, bro.
In 2012, Dame averaged 19. So you get out of here. If you want to go tip for tat, let's go. It don't matter. He that guy. He
was a rookie. He wasn't that guy. He wasn't the best player on the team.
But you know Danny Granger. You know Danny Granger averaged more points that year than Paul George. So it seemed like Danny Granger was the first option at that time.
You think he got hurt? Didn't he get hurt that year?
Yeah, and that's when Paul George started playing at 3.
Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah. He got hurt 2012, but before that, it was Danny Granger. Because the year before, Paul George was only averaging 12 points. And then Danny Granger was averaging.
Like I said, bro, Paul George was averaging a cool 23. He had a 128-point year. His best year ever with Russ.
Yeah, correct. You're right about that.
His best year ever was with Russ. So I don't know.
Dame just need to leave. Dame just need to leave and go get a ring.
Yeah.
His career would die in Portland if he does not leave. So.
All right, man. Let's go ahead. I guess let's talk about Zion having to be under 295 pounds. I think similar to the Kyler Murray situation. I think this is ridiculous. And the fact that it got out. It's kind of that more bad on Zion than the Pels. Yeah. They're just trying to protect their investments. For Kyler, it's more bad on the Cardinals.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's still bad on Kyler that they don't think he studied film.
Right, exactly.
But yeah.
I think it's I'm not mad about the contract.
He needs to be under that weight so he can stay healthy and play a whole damn season. So
I think they're doing it in his best interest. Best interest to do that. And I don't think his team has a problem with that. His team is probably like, yeah, bro, you too big, bro. I mean, you got to fix this. You got to fix this, man. We can't have you getting hurt. And Zion, and to pay it because he's also that type of player. You know, he's gonna be special. So you want to give him that paycheck. So I can see why they would do that. I wouldn't pay him that much, especially if I only got 1 year out of him in 3 years.
Yeah.
So, but hey, that's what you do at the Pelicans. The Pelicans gonna be a problem next year, though. I'm gonna say that.
Definitely. DL, do you want to go over this nasty topic you added on here?
No, I just think it's funny. That 295 is the weight limit. That's a lot of breathing room for him. Like 295, like that's almost 300 pounds.
Says he's 284 right now. Do we actually think he's only 284?
I don't think he looks that big, bro. I don't like. He doesn't.
During the season, he looked big as hell, but I think he lost a lot of weight.
He looked like he lost weight. You think he was 300?
He definitely was 300 at one point. It was 295. That's where he got to be below. He was probably 315.
How, bro? How do you do that as a basketball player?
Remember, he was hurt. He had a leg injury. He can't really move.
But like basketball conditioning is way
How you
Basketball
get to that
conditioning is
point,
oriented
though?
around losing weight, though. Because, Coach Bell used to say it all the time. Shout out Coach Bell. You know what you work for in 10 weeks, you can lose in 1. You know what I mean? So
if you can't run for
that's
8-10 weeks,
biggest,
you're
especially
gonna
for
get
a big
fat.
man, bro.
Yeah.
Especially
My
for a big
thing
man.
is for him to get to if he was above 300 after he got
Bruins
hurt,
got some good food, bro.
he was at least 275.
Yeah, he was definitely 275.
Bro, you remember how we looked at LeBron when he came? He was 240. He was like 250, I think. LeBron was like 250.
I think it was 285, bro.
Yeah,
He was. No, I'm saying when LeBron was
like LeBron probably 240 right now. So.
When we seen LeBron at 250, we like, man, LeBron is big as hell.
When he was in Miami, he was 270.
Yeah, he was like 270.
No,
yeah.
LeBron was 285
but
at one point.
LeBron is like 6'8", 6'9". This man is 6'6".
I have.
This man is 6'6", bro. This is crazy. It's insane to me, man.
Because I remember seeing that man on 2K and be like, bro, what did they do to this man, bro?
Bro. He looked like a linebacker playing D-line, playing basketball, bro. You know how how football athletes be playing basketball in college? That's what he look like. Bro, you should have played football, bro. It's ridiculous, man.
All right. Let's get to the next topic. DL put up here. Who has better NBA potential, Bronny or Bryce?
But what is
He
what?
was 280.
He was 280. Yeah, I remember him being 280. I remember Bron being 280.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, I think that answer is easy. I mean, who y'all think it is?
It's not an easy answer. It's not as easy as y'all think.
This is Bryce. He's 6'6" at the freshman.
Bro, I'm going with Bryce.
Y'all going with Bryce?
Yeah, 100%.
I thought y'all would say Bronny.
No, Bryce is 6'6" as a freshman.
Bryce can shoot better.
Yeah, but does that mean like
Bronny's definitely more athletic?
Yeah,
but Bryce is.
No, I mean Bryce is only 15, though, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Only 15, he's 6'6".
Yeah, kid's gonna be ridiculous, bro.
Well, height doesn't always determine if you're gonna be good in the league or not.
He can shoot.
Like,
man, y'all see these 17
but they were saying
guys,
like Bron, the only
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, this man Chet Hogan's like a fucking twig.
It's crazy balling, bro.
But no, they were saying like Bronny. The only reason why he's like ranked so low is because he doesn't.
He goes to a good ass school, and everybody gets.
And he doesn't shoot as much as everybody would like him to. It's just because he's just like a student of the game. Like he's developed.
He's like Bron,
certain habits, and like I think that's honestly like good to have like at such a young age for him.
It's good to have
because it just shows when you go into like college, and if he goes to college, if he doesn't just try to well he's gonna have to go to college.
I disagree.
He has to go to college. That's good for you when you're 6'8", not when you're 6'3".
I disagree. You
have to be great at one thing when you're 6'3".
I don't think he should be.
He's only 6'3".
I don't think I don't think he's as good. How can I say this? I don't think it's good to pass the ball, especially in high school. Yeah, to pass the ball in high school a lot as an athlete. I think in high school you have to dominate.
But I don't think because the fact that he's Bronny James, they know that he has that ability. You know what I'm saying? So being able to have basketball IQ at an early age, I think that's going to be the difference.
He's not that great of a scorer though. Like, he has to be a great scorer.
He hasn't. You don't think that his dad just wanted to it's just like when we just start seeing Carmelo Anthony's son, his highlights and all that. He's a natural scorer because of who his father is. Just like I feel like LeBron
cares about. Bron does not care about that.
Just like Bronny, he will be a natural scorer because of the fact of how athletic he is.
No,
he's more athletic.
Yeah, but he's 6'2" though. Yeah, like, that's the difference.
Like,
he's 6'6", we can talk. He's 6'2".
No, this is what Bronny should be doing, bro. This is what I think.
But when you're 6'2" and you don't have the size, you have to be good at knowing the game, and it's good to have that quality at a young age. Like he's not going to be dominant.
That's just
you're not done. He's not. So you're saying he has to be dominant at what?
He needs to shoot the ball.
He needs to be great at one thing.
He needs to shoot the ball. Bronny, when I watch Bronny,
he
does not shoot as much.
Passer or a great shooter.
Bronny needs to.
But you're saying it as if like he can't shoot. He just doesn't. Like he just doesn't shoot.
He can't. Bro, we haven't seen him become a scorer.
Right. He's exactly. And that's the thing. I think as a young,
as a 40 points in games, bro.
I haven't seen that yet, but
He dropped 40 points.
He doesn't average 20, so
he doesn't. That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm just saying he doesn't take
when
shots.
when I watch Bronny highlights, I don't see him creating his own shot and buckets. I see him getting fast break dunks, quick passes, open threes, blocks. I don't see him creating his own shot. That's what he needs to do right now. Because if he's going to try to learn how to do that, when he gets to the NBA, he's going to be in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
He got to do that now. And then because when we look at Bryce and we see his highlights, this man's shooting. He's creating his own shot. He creates space for himself to make that shot. So we don't see that from Bronny. He wants to be the disher. He wants to be a passer. What happened to Zaire Wade? He was the same type of player. That's why he was at the bottom of the ranks. And everybody's looking at him like, I don't know if I want you because you don't have much upside. I can get somebody that can pass the ball like you, but who's going to score? Who's going to put the ball in the basket? And I think that's what he needs to do now, and that's what he needs to learn now. So by the time he gets to or college or wherever he's going to do, you're going to have that passing ability. That's why you have your dad. You need to learn how to score the ball now. Learn how to do that, and then you have your dad, one of the greatest players of all time, to show you the game, learn the game, and do that stuff. And I'm sure Bron's going to do that. But I think for him, he needs to focus on scoring while his dad is teaching him how to be that type of player that he is, dish out and do things like that. So, because especially of his size, we don't know if he's going to get a growth spurt and just go crazy. But for him, he needs to be at this point, at the way the league is, he got to be a Steph Curry. He's 6'2".
I don't know, man.
He's 6'2".
I don't know. I see what you're saying, but I just disagree with it because when you're that small, like you said, like you're not dunking on people, like you're not just gonna develop the trait of just being able to be great at one position. But I feel like you have to know that was a big thing. Like, why do you think Chris Paul is so good? Yeah, Chris Paul can shoot, but Chris Paul's not dunk. He's not just as good as a shooter as Steph Curry, obviously, but Chris Paul is Chris Paul not because he averages 22, which isn't even anything. It's because he knows the game. He's a student of the game.
Right.
Obviously, at one point of his career, he was up there in numbers, as far as scoring.
And
that's
not a problem, though.
We look at Chris Paul for someone who was probably one of the most intelligent players in the game. Just like LeBron. LeBron may be obviously early in his career, he can do. LeBron can do it all, but I'm just saying specifically to Bronny. I've seen him be able to score the ball. Like I said, I've seen him drop 40. I've watched highlights of him going off, creating his own shot, coming off screens, catching and shooting, pulling up. I've seen all of that.
Yeah, I
think when it comes to being a student, like he's showing specifically college teams that he can, be a floor general. And everything, you just said he was athletic. Everything else is gonna come. Like when you get to the NBA, they do that anyway. They teach you how to shoot. They teach you how to come off screens. They change your they change. They
better coach him, but he's gonna learn. He needs to learn more of that. Like Bronny has to go to college for at least 2 years, based on what I'm seeing right now.
Bro, there's no way you're gonna. There's no way you're gonna tell me. There's no way you're gonna tell me that. If I'm not shooting as well in college, I'm going to go to the NBA and become a better shooter. Whenever have we seen people because he's going to be, if he doesn't grow and he's like 6'2", 6'3", he's going to have to play like a Steph Curry type of player, Damian Lillard type of player.
I don't agree.
Or he's going to be Marcus Smart. That's all it's going to be.
Do you want him to be Chris Paul, Marcus Smart, or do you rather be Damian Lillard or Steph Curry?
No,
which one do you want to be?
If he becomes Chris Paul, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean that's not a problem.
He's going to be Marcus Smart, Malcolm Brogdon.
I don't want to say Malcolm Brogdon. I would say.
I mean,
Marcus
you can
Smart is a little. That's kind of pushing it.
But if you ask him,
how is that pushing it?
Because
Marcus Smart was a great scorer, so Bronny ain't showed that yet.
Yeah. Let's not say great. Like Marcus Smart
led the league, led the nation.
So you don't think Bronny would be able to score way better than Marcus Smart, bro?
Marcus Smart led the nation in scoring when he was in
Marcus
college.
Was getting buckets.
Are you talking about? You talking about? I'm thinking you talking about the NBA. I'm sorry.
I'm saying that's what he's gonna be.
Yeah,
in college.
Yeah, because he wasn't a
NBA.
scorer. Wasn't a scorer in high school, or he ain't gonna be a scorer in college.
Yeah.
So I'm projecting he's gonna be a regular ass nigga.
That's exactly.
I can probably give you maybe a Marcus Smart in college, bro. He's gonna be way better than Marcus Smart in NBA, bro.
I think he's gonna be way better than Marcus Smart.
Yes, bro. Like what?
The best thing Bronny can become is Rondo.
You said the what?
The best thing Bronny can come at this point is Rondo.
Oh.
That's Rondo's a great player. No.
Yo, hold on, listen.
I'm talking about like Celtics Rondo. Like
listen. Celtics Rondo was lit, but I want you to understand what you just said, though.
This nigga said he's gonna go 7 for 20 shooting.
You said the best.
20 rebounds, 15 assists.
You said his ceiling right now.
Based on what I'm seeing, bro, it's Rondo, bro.
I was trying
play
to
some good defense.
I said he could be a Chris Paul or Curry. He got to choose
Chris
Paul
route. Is a bucket, though. I haven't seen Bronny become a bucket, bro. Chris Paul was scoring 50 in high school.
So, but this is why I said Chris Paul. It's because Chris Paul.
This Chris Paul, not the Hornets Chris Paul.
I'm talking about this Chris Paul. I'm talking about this Chris Paul
in the league, bro. I'm not talking about
who's better, this Chris Paul or prime Rondo?
Who's better, this Chris Paul or prime Rondo?
Yeah.
I love Rondo, bro. I love Rondo, but I'm taking this Chris Paul. I hate Chris Paul. I'm taking this Chris Paul.
You talking about the Chris Paul what Luka just did to him? I'm talking about that Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Bro, you could have gave him John Wall, bro. Like you could have gave him John Wall.
But like Chris Paul did ball out in the playoffs, though, right?
He balled out versus the Pelicans.
And no, especially when Booker was out. Like he stepped up, and like that was like he showed us Hornets. Chris Paul
for 2 games.
He didn't miss a shot, bro.
That was really a game.
He didn't miss a shot. That was one shot. I was like, yo, that's a good game, you know. But I think he would be, like I said, this Chris Paul. I think he would be this type of Chris Paul where he knows the game, he knows who to get the ball to, and if he has that ability to score, he's going to do it, right? If he has to. And that's why I think he has greatness in him. I do think he has greatness in him. I just think he has to pick a route. If he don't pick the right route, it can mess up his career. And that's why I compare Chris Paul and Curry is because I'm taking Curry career over Chris Paul career any day.
Easily.
And that's why I'm saying, do you want to be that guy or you want to be this guy? Where, I need players on my team I need to pass the ball to, or I need players on my team to pass me the ball.
Well, let's not act like Chris Paul didn't wet the bed a few times to begin with.
Oh, he folded. That's what I'm saying. That's who he's gonna be.
Like he legit folded. Like
because why? He probably passed the ball too damn much. He didn't focus on his scoring. That's why he couldn't score.
It's because his man had 4 fouls in 2 quarters and stuff like that, like just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
defense, man. Chris Paul's a great defender.
I mean, if my next best player dropping 70, hell yeah, I'm passing the ball to him. So.
But he could be that 70 player, Dion. That's what I'm saying. He could be, but he's not working.
And I just think as he gets older, he will be. I just think right now he's just showing people that he can do it all because he's. So you think
he's hiding his talent? You think?
Yeah, I just don't think he's doing what everybody expects him to do because that's just not what he wants to do right now. I just think he's trying to show that there's more to my game than just being a one-trick pony, dunking on everybody, or just pulling up for 3. And everybody wants to be Steph Curry these days. Everybody wants to be LeBron these days.
The game is.
I'm trying to be Bronny. I want to be Bronny. I'm gonna be my own player.
Listen, man.
So what if maybe, bro? John Morant went to what? Murray State and got drafted.
Right. And this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say if and we don't know. I don't know what his life is like or how he's feeling. If that's his thing, I just want to be Bronny. I want to be me. I want to play my own way. I think he's gonna mess up his career that way.
Not because you're looking at him in the shadow of his father. That's why.
I think he's trying to step out. Listen, man, if Bron's my dad, I'll be in his shadow all day, bro. I'm like, yeah, that's my dad. I'm gonna be just like him.
How you know? And you know, Bron be at Bronny's games. Like, how do you know that's not how his father's telling him to play basketball? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
you should do that. You should
make the right decision. If it's LeBron, then if it's LeBron, then it's LeBron's fault. If he's trash.
The king can do no wrong.
That's the only person we gonna blame is bro. It's like, bro, why you talking now, bro?
Yeah.
Why you?
But to answer the question, I also think Bryce is gonna be the better player.
Yeah.
I said all that just to say that.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, we really been on here for like 3 hours, cuz.
All right, just do these matchups real quick. Always on the phone. All right,
got me on here for 3 hours. I ain't do this again.
Exit finals. Oh, we doing. We got 2 more segments there. I ain't gonna do these house divided matchups real quick. And I guess Wayne will just put 1 or 2 for the answer because he's kind of occupied right now. But for the first house divided matchup, we're gonna go basketball. Both these players in their primes. We got, this is nasty. Karl Anthony Towns or Bam out of the
bio.
Bam out of the bio. Bam out of bio. Who you got, Joey?
I'm taking Bam.
Wayne?
I'm taking Bam easily.
That's outrageous for you to say easily, but I'm taking Katt for obvious reasons.
What's the obvious reasons?
The fact of Bam is in no way, shape, or form as good on offense as Katt is. And y'all are going to say, well, Bam is such a great defensive player. He's just shutting down Katt.
Let me ask you this.
Because Katt can also play defense.
No, he cannot.
No, really. I'm about to say the same thing. Really. That's why they got one of the best defensive centers in the league to play defense.
No. They got one of the best defensive players in the league so that he can stretch the floor on offense. That's why they got him. So he can play his true position as a shooting forward. That's why they got Katt.
Bro, Katt's 7 foot. Bro, what are we talking about right now?
No, DL.
I understand that.
Katt's defense.
Bam is really a power forward playing center.
Facts.
Bam is 6'9".
Facts.
Katt is 6'11", 7 foot.
What
Bam is a better defender. Bam is a better rebounder, a better passer of the basketball. I give you offense. If I'm building a championship team and I need a center, I'm giving me Bam.
I'm taking Bam too.
No, I disagree. Because you literally just said what I told you to say. Defensive wise, Bam's better.
And you said what I thought you would say, offensive.
Because you're acting like Katt can't play defense. If
he cannot.
So you're just telling me he's a 7 foot body. That's all.
Yes,
that's all he's good for. Just stand there and put your hands up.
7 foot body. He plays.
He can't play.
Jokic is a better defender than Katt. That's bad.
He's not a good defender, bro. I don't
it's
know
not
where
bad. He's an MVP. He should be a better defender.
I've never seen like Katt like strap somebody. Bro.
Katt was having problems with Brandon Clark.
He never strapped. No. And when Bam is the number 1 scoring option on the team, he gives you buckets. When they tell you, Bam, I need you to go out here and do this, you ain't got this guy playing Bam.
If being honest, Eric Spoelstra is really holding back Bam offensively.
I completely agree with that, man. I think
Katt averages more points. Bam had his career high at 19 points a game this year.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, 100%. We know Katt averages more points,
and they're about the same on defense for rebounds. So, what's the argument?
You said about the same on defense.
For rebounds. He's a better rebounder, but they average the same rebound.
He is a better rebounder.
I think he is a better rebounder.
But they average the same amount of rebounds.
Katt is closer to the rim, so Katt should average more rebounds.
But Katt is bigger. He should average more rebounds. And also, you
Bam averages more rebounds than him.
And you also have to think
he doesn't.
You also have to think
10.1.
10.1, 9.0.
You said 10.8, 10.1?
Bam
averaged 10 last year. Karl Anthony Towns
averages 11 rebounds for his career, Dwayne. Shut up.
Career.
Okay. Stop it.
So you also have to think that Bam also have more players on his team grabbing
10, 12, 10, 9.
Bam also have more players on his team grabbing rebounds than Katt does.
Facts.
Shouldn't be.
Why? What you mean? Why you shouldn't be?
Because Bam is the big man for the Miami Heat.
Bam Bam plays defense and switches on every point guard in the league. And
Bam
straps on.
guards the guards.
What does that
bro.
have to do with being the biggest man on the Heat?
Because when he's on the perimeter, he's not going to get
paint.
rebounds.
He's out the paint, DL.
Bro.
If he's out the paint, how's he going to get defensive rebounds? Obviously he's going to get less, but he's still close.
So you're mad.
He's still close to him.
So you're mad at Karl Anthony Towns for being 7 foot and
We're not being mad.
No, I'm not mad at all.
So you're saying that's what he's supposed to do, basically.
Yeah,
that's what he's supposed to do. All right, cool.
Yeah, he is a center. He's a center, but Bam is really a power forward, and they're still averaging close to the same amount of rebounds.
I want to say close to the same amount. Like
the defensive is not even
12
close.
isn't 10.
It's not even close.
12 isn't 10.
The defensively, they're not even close.
Yeah, we know Bam is the better.
Offensively, they're not even close. So what are you talking about?
Bam is a better passer.
I'm gonna just Katt average.
Bam is a better passer. Okay.
I'm gonna just Katt average.
What did they assist? As far as what?
Last year, points.
Points?
Yeah.
Last year 24 and 9. The year before that, 24 and 10.
19 and 10.
The year before that, 24 and 10, 26 and 10, 24 and 12, 21 and 12, 25 and 12, 18 and 10. Career.
We're not arguing that. He's definitely a better scorer than him.
Facts. Better scorer.
No, I was giving you the rebounds. I was giving you this double average. That's what the double was.
He does average double. And I did stick up for Katt not too long ago. And I said Katt is a player.
Hold on. Blocks.
That superstar realm. But I do think picking a team.
Blocks.
Go ahead.
And then we're going to go to steals. I don't want to go average.
Katt averages more blocks because he's at the rim more.
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's so hard.
Yeah.
I'm just so what like you can only go off of what they do. So I don't understand what are you arguing it? You're making excuses.
Is Katt a better close? Is Katt even closer to the defender as Bam?
No, but I'm just
the offense of Bam to Katt is closer than the defense to Bam and Katt.
That's what I was trying.
If you're talking about defending a player, I give you Bam 100%. If you're just talking about the effect that he has on defense as far as rebounding, blocking shots, and stealing, so what? That he's a 7 foot. That's what he's supposed to do. So I don't understand.
The effect on defense is not even close.
Oh my!
It's not even close.
How is it not close when
Bam
averages more blocks and averages more rebounds, bro? He can go. He can guard a player better than Katt, if that's what you're asking. Yes, he can guard a player. He's more dynamic in guarding players. Yes, I give you that. But when it comes to blocking shots, rebounding, and scoring on offense, that's the edge. That's really the edge.
Is Katt defense the same as Draymond Green's? Because he averages more rebounds and averages more blocks. Based on your logic.
Think. You said what?
Based on your logic, Katt averages more rebounds and more blocks than Draymond Green.
But is he a better perimeter defender? No. That's what I just said about
interior defender.
I said who, Katt?
Yeah.
He would naturally be because he's
no, he would not, bro. Get out of here, bro.
You can't, bro. We know Draymond Green is the better defender, bro.
Inside and out.
We just know that. We know that. There's no way you can't deny that, DL.
Oh man,
you can't deny that. I mean, the stats look good. But at the same time, we're also judging what we see, bro. Like we know who's better defensively.
I'm just saying when it comes to if someone has to guard a 7 footer, I'm rather putting Katt on him than Draymond. Like that's just common sense.
So if it's the 7 footer, who you're picking, Katt or?
But I give you Bam because Bam is athletic. Bam is athletic.
So you're gonna put Bam.
He may not be as tall as Katt, but he's a better defender.
So you're gonna put Bam. So you're gonna put Bam on him.
Jokic, you're gonna put Katt on him instead of putting Draymond on him.
Depending on where he's playing. If he's playing in the paint, yeah. I'm putting Katt on. If Jokic is getting majority of his points in the paint, then I'm putting Katt on him because the fact that he can protect the rim as a 7 footer is just common sense basketball.
Who did the Nuggets lose to in the playoffs last year?
Lost to the Warriors.
Who was guarding Jokic?
Jokic was cooking. Stop it. Jokic was cooking.
So you don't think Jokic would have bust Katt? What he did?
What I'm saying is Katt guarding someone of his size in the paint gives him a better chance of defense than it does than someone like Draymond.
I think Jokic give Katt more buckets than he did.
I give you Bam. Bam is a better overall defender of all positions on defense. I give you that. But when it comes to like, you
so
can't
we're talking
say,
about a bigger impact, though,
but
the same impact that we talked about Marcus Smart, how Marcus Smart could switch on defenders and what he does on the court.
But you're not putting
Katt can't do that. Katt
has zero defensive impact.
No impact. Katt cannot do the same effect that Bam.
I saw John Morant dunk the ball over and over again. I don't know what impact he had.
Again.
Over and over again. I watched John Morant dunk the ball.
You're going back to the fact that he would be able to guard the better player. Overall,
no, Katt is in the paint and he's dunking the ball, going for a layup because he does not fear Katt.
All right, bro.
Yeah, let's get to the next match.
I just don't agree. When the proof is literally in the pudding, by far.
All right, well,
and you're using the excuse of the fact
when the proof was in the pudding for Damian Lillard, by far, you still pick Paul George.
Oh my god!
So let's say it was by far.
Oh my god!
Darius Garland or LaMelo Ball? Who do you guys have?
Pick a LaMelo.
Darius Garland, bro. I'm sorry. Got to.
I'm agreeing with you, Dio. I'm going with Darius Garland too.
It's funny how like we disagree so much on one topic. I agree with you.
Darius Garland had the Cavs on the 6th seed, and if they don't run into the Nets, they make the playoffs. 100%. He played good in the playing. He played good in both playing games too. Every time LaMelo played in the playing game, he played trash.
All right, hold up.
They averaged damn near the same amount.
Who's better? Cavaliers, Hornets.
Hornets have only thing the Hornets don't have better is big men. Darius Garland's on a pick and roll with 3 7-footers on the court.
Wait, so y'all going so the Hornets didn't have Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley is nice. He's nice. Evan Mobley and Miles Bridges.
Who other than
who was better this year? Evan Mobley and Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges was 100% better than Evan Mobley.
Yeah, Miles Bridges is 100% better than Evan Mobley.
Terry, scary.
Who
Terry,
averages more assists?
They average the same amount.
Yeah,
the same amount. The exact same amount.
There's. I think Darius might even average more. Let me see. I think there's the same amount of Darius.
I think that's the only argument you have for LaMelo, bro. He's not a better scorer of the ball, and he's 6'5"?
He's 6'6", I think.
6'6". So I mean, he has.
Yeah, Darius Garland's average 8.6. LaMelo average 7.6. So it's a whole. It's different.
Okay. How many games? Also, we talk about how many games did LaMelo? Because LaMelo missed a lot of games.
LaMelo played 75 games this year. Darius Garland only played 68.
Okay. All right. So
they shot the same.
So the average. So the average is actually helped Garland because he played less games.
Oh my
Second.
God.
It's right. We were talking about averages, right? DL brought up averages. I'm bringing it up. Hey. So listen,
stay consistent. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. So we can never go off of averages ever. Then
So what I'm using.
All right, Darius averaged more points. He has shot a better field goal percentage.
Okay.
And again, he played with 3 7-footers. Larry Markkinen was his small forward.
Other than Miles Bridges, who else on that team?
Terry Rozier, who averages 15 points.
Who is it?
Do they have a big man? That's what I'm asking.
They just don't have a big man. That's it.
They don't have a big man.
They got Mason Plumlee.
Name a guard. Name a guard or a wing player on the Cavaliers. They ran out there with 3 power forwards.
No, agree. I agree with you on that. And this is where I come in for guards. For guards, typically. If you're not Damian Lillard or Stephen Curry or those type of players, I would even put Doja in there. Those type of players like Garland and LaMelo, they need a decent, at least good big man.
Yeah, Montrezl Harrell.
Stop it. Now, if we give LaMelo a decent big man, or as good as the big man that.
Kelly Oubre is pretty decent.
Stop
PJ
it.
Washington, stop playing.
Stop it. They're not the traditional big men that we're talking about that Darius.
Oh, you talking about big man?
I'm talking big man. I'm talking about big man.
I'm saying Washington.
Stop it again. Stop. But what I'm saying, for point guards, especially for LaMelo, because we know what type of player he is. You give him a decent or good enough guard or big man that Garland have, he probably averages more points and more assists.
Bro, he was throwing lobs to goddamn Miles Bridges all game.
Yeah, he was throwing it to Miles Bridges, but at the end of the day, is Miles Bridges is his pick and roll effective as what Darius Garland was getting?
They had no spacing, Joey.
But Darius Garland was still getting pick and rolls.
You go in a pick and roll with no spacing. That's very hard to do.
But he was still getting buckets and he was still passing the ball. He was still getting the ball because they still had big men that can shoot.
Only 6'1".
They had big men that can shoot, and Markkanen didn't have a bad year either. Like, so I'm saying his big men, the big men that he had, they weren't trash big men. They were good. They played well.
PJ Washington or Lauri Markkanen? Miles Bridges or Lauri Markkanen?
They play different positions. Like
Miles Bridges is a power forward, bro. Power forward's that small forward.
Bro, how big is Miles Bridges, Wayne?
6'7".
How big is Markkanen, Wayne?
He was 7 foot small forward.
It's not the same, bro. It's not the same. We know it's not the same. It's different players, different positions, man. I think if LaMelo had a different cast, he probably would average more points. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be way more. It would probably I feel like if they were in the same environment, LaMelo would average more. But that's all I gotta say. I ain't gonna argue about that.
I don't know, bro. This Cavs team is pretty weak.
It's mid, and that's what Darius going to have to deal with, bro. No one thought the kids were going to be the Cavs 6 seed. People thought the Hornets had a chance to do something. So
the Hornets should have been a top 5 seed, bro.
They just be golden, bro. All right, let's get to
LeVert, bro. Karis LeVert. Oh my god.
He got that mid-season too. Like, fucking he's hurt.
Did Gordon Hayward play?
Yeah, he had a good year.
Was he?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward played. I think he averaged like 15 plus this year.
I had Marquette Harrell. I had Mason Plumlee. That little body defender.
Yeah, he averaged 15.9 this year. 49 games.
I'm looking at it.
All right, let's get to the next topic, man. We got Scotty Barnes versus Evan Mobley. I think this is a very interesting one. Scotty Barnes obviously won MVP, but Evan Mobley was really the leader for the majority of the year until, the tail win. So who do you guys have in this matchup? Basically, who do you guys think is going to be better moving forward?
I don't know. I would say Evan Mobley, honestly. Joy.
Trying to see who's that's close as fuck.
Yeah, no, that's why I put this one on here.
It's so close, man. It's so close. Damn, he is 6'9" though.
I didn't know Scotty was from Florida.
He's 6'9", bro.
Who?
Scotty.
Oh, I see 6'7", but shit.
No, I see 6'9", man.
Yeah, I see 6'9" too. Goddamn.
And Evan Mobley 7'5". I'm gonna go with Scotty.
I want to go with Scotty for the wing player, but I feel like the league is still coming slowly but surely turning into a big man league. And I think Evan Mobley, man, I honestly think they need to get Jared Allen away from him so we can really see him truly shine. But I just like Evan Mobley really reminds me of Tim Duncan.
Evan Mobley's nice. He's really nice.
I think he has the potential to be around that Tim Duncan with a little bit of Kevin Garnett in him. I don't think he's going to be as great as Tim Duncan, obviously, but he reminds me of him a lot.
You know what I think about Evan, though? I don't think Scotty needs as much of a guard on his team, like a really good guard on his team, and I think Evan does.
That's why he has Darius Garland. That's why I think his career will be better.
If I'm just talking about the two and I'm picking out the two, I'm picking Scotty.
Yeah, if I was a starter team, I would pick Scotty too. Yeah,
I think he's like
you're gonna be my one.
in a way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going.
All right. Let's do these NFL matchups real quick. Knock them out. We'll skip the other segment to this week because we've been on here way too damn long. NFL matchups. We got Brady, the tandem of Brady and Moss versus Montana and Rice.
Oh my god.
Who are you guys picking with this one? I had to make it tough for
Do
us
I
this
need to
week.
go first or?
You can go first. You could go first.
I'm picking Brady.
Yeah, I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Oh, there's a wrong answer.
But I'm gonna have to stick with. There's not a wrong answer. I'm gonna have to stick with my boys, Brady and Moss, 100%.
You guys picked the duo that didn't win a championship over the duo that won 4.
Yeah.
You guys picked the greatest receiver of all time versus someone who was the greatest quarterback of all time until Brady passed him. Randy Moss has never been the greatest receiver of all time. So essentially, you had a duo that was the greatest of their time.
He said Joe Montana was until Brady passed him. So I mean, like,
wait. So hold on. So obviously, we're gonna let's put it this way. Obviously, you're putting Rice over Moss
easily.
Are you putting Montana over Brady?
Brady just surpassed him. For me,
I'm asking you. Are you putting Montana over Brady?
Yeah.
You putting Montana over Brady?
No. I thought he meant if I put Brady over Montana. No. I put Brady over Montana.
Okay.
Montana's the second greatest quarterback to ever play the game of football. But he was one. That's who Brady had to chase.
And he surpassed
Rice, he never had it. Moss is chasing Rice. It's over.
Are you saying?
So and to me, Moss not top 2 receivers all time. So that's why, to me.
That's to you.
All right, but do you give him top 3? Do you give him top 3?
Yeah, he's number 3.
Okay. So that's really not too much, too far
off. It's not that far off. It's really not. It's really, Dio's right. There's no wrong answer. It's honestly what you prefer. But the reason why I picked Brady and Moss is because they had the best season together. Like, no one had a better season than Brady and Moss. So it's hard for me to deny that.
I can see that, but they didn't win.
They didn't. You right, they didn't. But they
didn't play good in that Super Bowl either. That dude.
Yeah, it came down to one game. Obviously, unfortunately, it came down to one game. But
I'm saying if they would have balled in the Super Bowl, I probably would have gave y'all that edge. But they didn't. That duo didn't ball in the Super Bowl.
But they balled every year.
Dwayne.
Every year.
They didn't ball every year. They only balled 1 year together.
Dwayne. That's a lie. Retract that statement,
Stop it.
Please.
Don't you want to retract
please
that
retract
statement? You
that
definitely want to retract.
Give me their stats together.
Because first of all, they only played 3 years together.
Okay, and give me the stats all 3 years, and I'll retract my statement.
In 2007.
You want to retract that statement?
I know that. Give me the years after the great years.
They only played 3 years together.
Give me the years after the great years.
The best year they had was 1493 with 23 touchdowns.
Okay. Who record did they have to beat?
They beat Tom Brady record. Not Tom Brady, Peyton Manning record.
Peyton Manning's record with Marvin Harrison. We were just talking about that, actually.
Yep. They beat
the touchdowns?
The touchdowns.
Yeah,
the touchdowns was
How many
Peyton
touchdowns
Manning.
Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning had?
Let me see.
I'm not sure.
I'm not looking it up right now. Keep talking.
Because so I was talking about Tom Brady beating Peyton Manning's record. Because Tom Brady.
After that, I mean, you can't really match that year.
Yeah, they didn't beat Marvin Harrison Peyton Manning record. That's
what was it? What they have?
Marvin Harrison never scored 20 touchdowns in the season.
Yeah.
The touchdown record that he beat was that Moss beat was Randy Moss and Joe Montana's record. Go.
Jerry Rice and
Joe Montana.
So they beat their record.
So they beat the record. They beat the record of the two that you said.
I knew they beat the record. I knew they beat something record. I knew they had the best season. They literally had the best season together. So I have to go with
I mean, after that, obviously their years were a little bit less, but it was a lot less targets. 1,008 yards was the next year with 11 touchdowns, and then 1264 with 13 touchdowns. Don't do that. And that was the 3 years.
So we're gonna take their 3 best years. Okay. Can I take Moss and
Go ahead.
so you got 1515 touchdowns. You got 1438, 17 touchdowns. And then Moss only played Moss had a 12-game season where he caught 65 catches, 10,078 yards. You want to guess how many touchdowns he had? Deuce, 22 in 12 games. So
You said Moss or Jerry?
Jerry, I can't remember. I'm talking about Jerry. So I'm taking those. And then they also
Who
had
was his other receiver though, bro? We gotta take that into account, bro. We never know. We gotta take that into account.
Talking about he ain't have Aaron Hernandez.
We ain't never knew who was on the other side. He was talking about Brady.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Brady had Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah,
yes,
facts.
he still had Gronk, and he had Wes Welker.
Facts. Brady team was stacked. Brady team was stacked.
So it was just
Brady
Jerry,
team was stacked.
It was just Jerry and
which would mean that Jerry Rice probably was force fed. Not saying that. Not saying
he was the best
that,
receiver at the time.
I'm not saying I'm not taking away from it, but come on, bro.
But I also want you to remember, Jerry Rice was not as fast as Randy Moss. The time that they were playing was totally different. Those guys were slower, and the time when Randy Moss was literally one of the fastest players in the league at the time.
You only had 2 routes to go. DK.
But he still was one of the fastest players
DK
at the time. So this is the thing, though.
Nigga, they made up a word for him. You got Moss.
This is what I always say about Moss, man. If you know this man is going to run one route and you still can't stop it, man, like, what can you do, bro?
Hang up your cleats, bro.
Right, exactly, bro. Exactly. I mean, and I'm not going to discredit Jerry, but they were.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I mean,
there's no wrong answer.
We've seen, like you said, we've seen Deion Sanders strap Jerry Rice. We've seen Darrelle Revis strap Randy Moss. So exactly. They weren't unstoppable.
Right.
Obviously, if Randy Moss and Brady would have won that 1 year, bro, when they were 18-0, they would have hands down been the better team. 19-0, Super Bowl.
I'm just glad they didn't win it because the Dolphins still have it. So
I was mad.
Even though it was since 72.
Mexico Burris. That's who he lost to, bro. That's who he lost to.
And Eli. Sick, oh my God, man. I mean, but we can move on to the next matchup, though. I think that's easy. I don't know why. That is.
This is crazy.
These NFL
next
matchup.
These NFL matchups. Because we didn't do them earlier. Michael Irvin versus Mike Evans. Who you got?
I'm taking Michael Irvin. 100%.
I'm also going to have to take Michael Irvin. I don't think this was too much of a debate. But Wayne probably going to say something different.
He probably is going to say. He's from the U, so I'm definitely going Michael Irvin. No doubt about it.
I gotta look at his.
Wayne, did you put this nonsense with Michael Irvin and Mike Evans?
Yeah, I did. Why?
Yeah. All right. I was just asking.
Who y'all picking?
I picked Michael.
Which Michael? They both named Michael.
Irvin.
Jackson, Tyson, Jordan. I also picked Mike.
I gotta think of Michael Irvin's stats because
I got him. You look at Mike Evans' stats. I got Michael Irvin's stats, bro. He had a 15, a 13, a 13, a 12, a 16.
Yeah, never mind. I think Michael Irvin, bro.
Yeah, right.
That was a little bit closer there, buddy.
Not at all.
Yeah, so.
All right. Yeah, I'll take that. No Mike Evans. All right, man. That's pretty much all that we have for this episode, man. We're splitting these 2 episodes up.
I mean, you got 2 episodes in the boot.
All right, man. Until next time, y'all, make sure y'all follow us, hdsportspod on Twitter, Hustle by the Sports Podcast on YouTube and TikTok, FT Entertainment on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, my name is Wayne. I'm out. DL Joe, y'all got anything I want to say to the people?
We appreciate it. Hit that like, subscribe. Stay with us.
Get that like button, a nice little punt, a kickoff kick, man.
I put $100 on the Dolphins to win a championship.
That's crazy.